Like three, two, one. Or we just live?
Yeah, I think it's live now. Hey, what's up, guys?
Okay.
I'm here with Aaron Harris. He's been a really awesome member of our group. Whoa, I'm hearing
What's up,
something.
guys?
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I have I have the live video playing on another screen. Anyway, yeah, so Aaron is here. He's been making a lot of music videos. He's been doing a lot of mixtapes. He's a big, awesome member in our group. He's
Yeah.
inspiring the rest of the group. A lot of people are stoked on what he's doing. And it's been amazing to see how focused he is on his career in music and just how much he's grown and how fast he's grown and how much he's just like taken education and just grown so fast. And so it's really awesome to
Thank you.
see. And I kind of wanted to interview Aaron and just kind of see what he's been up to, because I've been seeing all his music videos and I thought he'd be able to give some awesome tips for you guys, whether you're just starting out recording or if you want to start making music videos. I feel like he'd be an awesome person to talk to because he's in it right now. He's really doing it. So this is Aaron. So you want to introduce yourself, Aaron?
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for checking out this interview. But my name is Aaron Harris. I am a actor, rapper, musician from Detroit. However, now I live in Michigan. I live in Atlanta now. I'm originally from Detroit. I live in Atlanta now. I am 24 years old. Been rapping for a couple years now, and I'm loving it so far. I started acting before I started doing music. So acting kind of led to the music, and now I'm doing both. So I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, that's really cool. I feel like the acting, I feel like kind of gives you an advantage, right? Because I feel like being an artist, there's so much performance. There's so much, like, you really have to
Yeah,
sell an emotion. You have to bring yourself into emotion to be able to like commit to that emotion throughout the whole song and all this stuff. There's a lot of just
yeah,
committing to emotion. I feel like, do you feel like that's helped you? Like the acting has helped you with like,
yeah. I think is acting has helped my rapping, and rapping has helped my acting. Um, because like with rapping, your diction and your um, enunciation and just like the delivery, the tone, that plays a lot into acting as well. So when I started rapping, I noticed when I started acting, I was able to just say words more clear and like more concise.
mm,
So that was one benefit of like rapping that helped my acting out a lot. So I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting, because actors do a lot of tongue twisters and stuff like that, but I'm just really good with it because I rap. So yeah, it definitely helps out a lot.
that's so awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So we got a couple people on. We got Shamar Charles. He said it's nice to meet you. And
What's up?
Daimon
What's
says,
up?
hey, so how you doing, guys? Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching this interview.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, wait. So I want to get into that because you've progressed really fast. I feel like you progressed really fast because you didn't start rapping that long ago. Like, when did you start rapping?
I started rapping like late 2015, almost. I just say 2016 because it was really like the start of 2016
Yeah,
that I started rapping. So this will be the third year, or no, the
yeah,
fourth year. Yeah, the fourth year.
yeah. And I remember you sent me a video where you were talking about you had a friend who wanted you to freestyle rap at a party or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So
yeah,
yeah,
go ahead.
my best friend that I met in college. We met doing a play,
Mm,
and he's from New York, and he's not like he's not like an artist or anything, but he was a really good freestyle rapper. And we would just, when we would hang out at like McDonald's and like Waffle House and stuff like that, he would just always be freestyling. And he just looked so cool doing it. So I wanted to learn how to do it. And
yeah.
he taught me like how to stay on beat and how to do some basic stuff. And then that just led to me, doing this now. So yeah, he kind of was like one of the biggest motivators for that.
That's cool. So you saw him freestyling and he was like, you should try this. And then
Yeah,
that was like, well, okay, late 2015. And then
yeah. Mhm.
you just started kind of practicing. He gave you some pointers and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I'm still not as good of a freestyle as he is, though. Like, he is nasty. I don't know how his brain just works differently. I'm convinced.
That's cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool. Does he write songs too?
He's written a couple of songs. He's written a couple of songs. I'm trying to get him to release some music, but I just don't think he's really trying to be an artist.
Right, right.
He just likes freestyling, you know. So
That's really cool.
and he'll help me out with some songs, some bars here and now and then. Like I'll have him in the studio and he'll come over and help me write some stuff, help me finish a song. But yeah, I don't think he's trying to be an artist. I don't know. We'll see. He's more of a comedian.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
So yeah.
That's really cool. So yeah, what do you have any what are some of your influences that like kind of got you kind of inspired or kind of made you want to get better at rapping?
I'm influenced by a lot of alternative rappers. So you got people like Gambino, Tyler, Azalea Banks, Vince Staples. I'm influenced by a lot of those type of artists because when I was growing up, hip hop was like one of those things for like I thought hip hop was one of those things for people who grew up in the hood, people who were very, um, just people who grew up in the hood, people who were hood. And I'm none of those things. So I was like, no, I can't rap. Like I don't meet the qualifications of a rapper. I'm not from New York. I didn't grow up in the boroughs or nothing. So I can't rap. You know what I'm saying? And then when you see these artists like Gambino and Tyler and, it just makes you think like, okay, yeah, like even though I'm not in a gang or anything, or I don't do like drugs, I can still rap and still have a story to tell. So that was like a big seeing those artists definitely made me want to rap too. And Kanye West was a big pioneer for the alternative black, rapper.
Right.
So we can thank him for that. Yeah.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, it seems like he influenced a lot of people
Yeah.
who had never who thought that. Like a lot of people do think that still, I think, where you have to come from a certain background and you know, gang life and all that stuff. I think
Right.
that's what we've been fed, right? Like for a long time,
Mhm.
the corporate like labels have been pushing that image, but it's like in the underground, it's always been kind of more experimental. But that's not the kind of stuff that gets pushed out. It's
Yeah,
like so
most
that's cool.
definitely.
Like I think with the internet now, it's a lot easier to find those kind of more alternative artists, which has been awesome because it feels like it's kind of opening people's minds more, and it's
Right,
really cool.
right. Right. I really like this guy. I just found out about him. His name is JPEG Mafia. Have you
Uh,
heard of him?
no, never heard of him. What is
Yeah,
that?
he's really dope. He's really dope. If you get a chance, check him out. He's very, very different.
Yeah, I'll check that out. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, no, I like that you seem to pull your influences from a lot of different styles. And a cool thing about you is like you're always experimenting with different flows, and I feel like you're always kind of pushing different styles, and it seems like you're having fun, like which is really cool. Which I think this is
Yeah.
probably number one. But it's like what helps you kind of like what helps you get inspired to just like always kind of be trying new things? Is it do you get bored of trying one style, or is it just like you just always love growing or something like that?
To- I, you know, I don't really. I guess I just like you said, I listen to a lot of different type of music, and so when I hear certain beats, I'm like, oh, this flow goes on this beat, and then I'll hear a different beat, and I'll be like, oh no, this flow goes on this beat. So I'm always always trying to serve the song, whatever the song is calling for. I try to give it what it's asking for,
Mm,
and I guess I'm lucky in the sense that I don't know, it just comes out different because that's one thing like artists are afraid of is like sounding the same and not being able to expand beyond like a certain sound. So I guess I've been lucky that I'm keeping the variation. I'm keeping a lot of different listeners interested. So I appreciate that.
yeah, no, it's really cool. No, it's been awesome to see. I feel like you've always been really open-minded, open to try anything that'll help you get better. So I want to ask you, like, what do you feel something that helped you kind of finally get confidence in your rap skills, where you could start recording and and then get to the point where you make music videos? But what is something that, because a lot of people when they're starting out, they'll
Mhm.
experiment, dabble in rap, but they might never finish a song, or they might never actually record it. Like, what kind of helped you get the confidence to like finally start recording your stuff?
Um, I don't know because I've always growing up. I played. I was an athlete. I played tennis, and so with tennis, it's like you have to practice to get better, and you don't see yourself getting better until like months later. So I guess I applied that the same thing to acting and music too. Like if I want to get good at rapping, I have to rap. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So I was like, you know, I was 21 when I started. I was like, I'm young. I don't have anything to lose. I'm creative. You know, let's just see what happens. You know, um, and just like the excitement of making a song and making songs that was greater than the fear. You get what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, I guess like just the excitement around like, yo, like I'm actually about to make a song. Like that's crazy. Like, cause if you knew me in high school, like I was very quiet. I was shy. I was like a theater kid. Um, and the thought of like me making a rap song is still crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still like, I still go to shows and I'm like, dang, like I'm actually like doing a show right now and people like my music and I'm doing videos and stuff. So yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. So yeah, I feel like yeah, you definitely have like a work ethic. So you said you got that work ethic from tennis, like you said. The only way to get
Yeah,
better is to actually do it. You know, to actually start
right,
jumping in. Just experimenting, and yeah, that's a great
right.
philosophy to have because I think a lot of new rappers kind of suffer from that analysis paralysis. So they're like, do I need to study the entire dictionary before I start rapping? Do I need
Right.
to watch every single music
Right.
video that's ever existed? Do I need to study the greats for years before I even start rapping?
Right.
But you kind of intuitively know, like, if I want to do this, I got to just start and have fun and experiment. And
Yeah,
so that's really
exactly.
cool.
Yeah, that's the best way to learn.
Yeah, that's
That's
really
the
cool.
best way to learn.
That's really cool. So, and then, my next question was like, what helps you finish songs? But it seems like it's probably the same answer, right? Like, because a lot of people like will start a song, they'll be like really happy with how the intro is, but then they'll get intimidated
Mhm.
by that, be like, oh, whoa, it's so good, I don't want to mess it up, and then it'll be scared for them to even try to finish it. So I was wondering, like, what helps you like actually like finish songs to like stay motivated all the way through?
Deadlines.
Deadlines, okay.
Deadlines. Yeah, deadlines will definitely make you finish a song.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, as far as like finishing a song, you have to actually like okay, sometimes what I'll do is I'll say a song is coming out and it might not even be finished. But if I know that if I have that deadline, I have that like light, you know, I kind of light the fire around it, I'll finish it. And um, whatever the end product is, I guess not getting too attached to songs. You know what I'm saying? Because every song is practice for the next song.
Right.
So even if even if a song doesn't come out as good as I want it to, um, you can always redo it. You know, you can always re-release it, remix. Or yeah. So I just don't put that much into individual songs because I'll always know there's more songs to write. You know, so
Right.
that's kind of like it's easier said than done because sometimes you just get like that fire beat and you're just like, dang, I don't want to mess this up. Like I gotta come on this right,
Yeah.
but you just gotta remember like it's always gonna be another beat, always gonna be another song, always another verse. You know, so yeah, just keep writing, keep creating, and you want to get in the habit of like just getting the habit of finishing songs because if you get in the habit of like leaving stuff unfinished, then that's where you can get that bad habit of just not finishing things. That's why this year for me, I'm releasing all of my stuff. Like last year, I wrote so much music, and
Mm.
I hate that my computer is full of like unfinished stuff. So I'm like, nope, this year we just gonna release everything and just get rid of all of that because that can weigh on. I don't know about anybody else, but that can weigh on a creative when you have all this unfinished ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, it can weigh on a creative. So I feel like even if I just put it out, even if it's not my best stuff, if I like it and I feel like it's worth, if you like something, somebody else will probably like it. Maybe not
Right.
everybody, but one person may like it, and so that's the kind of philosophy I have with the music.
I like that. I really like that. Yeah, I feel that too. It's like when you said it, it weighs on you. If you have all these unfinished songs, it starts to like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like I've been kind of masochistic with that, just like letting these songs like weigh on me, like, and it hurts. It's like, it's painful. It's like,
Yeah,
oh
it does.
man.
Yeah,
But
it's like, when you have too many things and you're not using them, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And you have to like for me, like if I have like a bunch of clothes that I'm not wearing and they're just clogging up my closet, and I can't get to the clothes that I actually want to wear, I have to get rid of the stuff I'm not wearing.
right.
So it's kind of like the same thing.
I feel like that's such a positive mind state. It's such like it's a great way to like take care of your feelings, to take care of your projects, and and
Right.
I really like that philosophy. That's really awesome.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
yeah, one thing. Okay, so what kind of? I was gonna ask you like, how did you start recording your music? Did you just use what you had? Did you have to get any special equipment or anything when you first started recording your stuff?
Yeah, so I had to get I didn't have a microphone, so I got a USB microphone.
Mm.
I got the one so there's a microphone and it plugs up to your iPhone. It plugs up to your iPhone, and I had GarageBand on my iPhone because I bought the iPhone 6 and it came with GarageBand. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I'm gonna get this microphone that plugs into my iPhone and use GarageBand. So I was using that for maybe the first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe longer than that because I think one of my songs on Spotify used that mic, the one that went to the iPhone, and yeah, it also hooked up to the computer too. It was USB slash Thunderbolt, so it
Oh
hooked up
wow.
to the iPhone, iMac, and it hooked up also to a desktop too. So
That,
that was
that
convenient.
that's so cool. That's so cool. Yes, you know
Yeah.
that dude Steve Lacy from he was from the internet, but he won a Grammy off recording his album, recording beats off the iPhone. He made a whole album
Oh,
off the iPhone. Like he loves recording on the iPhone. That's like he records everything on that.
that's dope.
Yeah, it's really cool. Well, that's really awesome.
That's
That's
dope.
really yeah, that's cool. So I wanna. You've been making a lot of music videos, and I'm wondering like how
Yeah.
has making music videos helped you with your music marketing? Has it made a big impact at all? Like with like getting your music out there?
Yes. Yes, for sure. The thing is, like, people want to be stimulated visually, auditory, and there's one more I'm missing. It's like three different
And
things, but
they want to smell you too. That's the
yeah,
other.
that's true. They can smell you through the computer. Yeah. But yeah, so like when you have the music video, you also have like they're listening to the music and they're also seeing you. They're seeing your brand,
Right.
and it makes a big difference. Like I'll release a song and not really hear a lot of I'll release a song and it'll kind of just get like looked over. And then when I come with that video, they like, oh, this song fire. This song, so sometimes a video, even if the song is not like let's say somebody wasn't a fan of the song, they might be a fan of the video and vice versa. So now you have more chances to gain a fan when you have the visuals and all of that. So it definitely helps a lot more than just having audio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with Instagram and YouTube being big platforms like that, people need something to look at, something to connect.
Yeah, that's true. And I've been seeing you've been performing some live shows too. Do you feel like the music videos have helped you get live shows easier as well?
Yeah, so I actually performed somewhere last week, and they had these little TV screens all around, and so I went up to the DJ. I was like, "Hey, can I play my music video while I perform?" And she's like, "Yeah, yeah." So luckily I had them on my flash drive, so I gave it to the DJ. And as I'm performing, not only are they seeing me perform live, but they're also seeing the music videos at the same time. And so a lot of
Wow.
people came up to me afterwards, and they were like, "Yeah, your music videos are dope. Can I follow you?" and stuff like that. So that was a really dope experience because I had never done that before. I just seen it. You see like Travis Scott performing, and you see his video playing in the background. So I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool," So I
Yeah.
was like, "Let me try that, see if that works."
That's so awesome. That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, I feel like what you said about the music videos being a big part of your branding, it's like it makes it so much easier for people to decide if they want to work with you when they can see your energy, they can
Right.
see, not only hear you, like see you, they can imagine you on their stage, they can imagine what it's like to work with you. And I feel like kind of
Right.
seems,
And see, you had a big part in that, because I remember when I was getting, I was getting kind of good with the rapping stuff, and you were saying, do your music videos, do your music videos. Like, that's the best type of marketing you can do. And I was like, dang, he's really like going in on these music videos. So I was like, let me do one. No, you were very adamant about that. And
yeah.
I'm glad you were, because you were right. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the best things you can do to market yourself, is have a music video.
Yeah, that's cool. No, that's really awesome. No, yeah, and then you've been going hard on it. You've been like,
Yeah.
you're doing like, they look
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Hollywood budget music videos. Like you're doing it. It looks like you're doing it like in pro studios and stuff like that. Like,
Appreciate. Yeah.
do you have like a? I mean, I know there's a lot of film stuff in Atlanta. A lot of films get made there. So I'm wondering, like, is from acting, did that help you kind of have connections with a recording studio, with studios and filmmakers? Did that kind of help you out with that, or?
Yeah. The guy that shot my last couple videos, he's one of my acting friends, and he also does cinematography too.
Mm.
So yeah, that worked out nicely, because yeah, he did Champ, and he did Bad Company. He did my last 2 or 3 videos. And he's somebody I met through acting. So that, yeah, it's definitely met a lot of connections through the acting world. And also, like, some filmmakers will hit me up and be like, hey, I have a short film, can I use some of your music?
Oh, cool.
And of course, I let them do it for free, just because I want the exposure,
Right.
and they're friends of mine too, so I don't mind,
Yeah.
I help you, you help me, type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's so awesome. Do you have any I don't know if it's a secret, but do you have any are you experimenting with any other music video directors coming up, or are you sticking to you found a team you like, you're gonna stick to the team, or what's your philosophy right now?
Yeah, that's a good question. Honestly, I don't know, because you always gotta work with your budget. So
Yeah.
but yeah, you're right. It is good to work with different people. But it's also like, I feel like I probably will work with other people, but it's good to have, your go-tos. So I'll probably continue working with my friend, and also venture out to the to other directors too, just to get a different, just to get a different creative eye, because
Yeah.
everyone has a different style.
It's really cool. Yeah, the other side of that is that like it's so hard to find like a good team and like people that you trust, like
Yeah.
whether you're recording with people or making music videos. So it's like if you have an awesome team that you feel comfortable with, and you feel safe with your creative ideas and exploring, like that's awesome to have. Like having
Right.
a friend is so special. Like for me, I got lucky. I have a brother who makes music videos. That's like what he does. So, so I got really lucky with
Yeah,
that.
you got the ultimate plug.
Yeah, it helped me out. But now he's kind of getting too big-headed a little bit. He's getting a little too fancy. He, he,
Okay.
he likes to deal with bigger budgets now, so it's like I gotta step my game up to get on his level now. But,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've always liked your music videos. I seen the one where you were there was one where you were like outside near the water. That one was really dope. It was like simple, but like it was really dope. Yeah, it fit the song well.
okay, is that the one where I was on top of the elephant seal?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I like that video.
Oh,
I like
cool,
that
man.
video a
Thanks,
lot.
man. Yeah, thanks, man. Dude, that's really cool. So, do you have any tips for anyone who's maybe just starting out and wants to make a music video? Maybe they don't have like access to all the studios, the pro stuff. Like, do you have any tips for someone who just like wants to start out and wants to start experimenting with making music videos for their songs and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to have a studio. You don't have to have girls twerking in the background. You don't have to have money being thrown everywhere. Just, I feel like when you don't have the money, the creativity can shine through. So make it more about the creative aspect. The main thing is, like, with a video, you can throw all this money at the video, but if it doesn't fit the song, then it doesn't really make sense. So I would say, like, try to always serve the song first. The song comes first. Um, listen to the song and try to figure out what can I do to match the vibe of the song. That's something I try to do with all my videos, and regardless if the budget is $20 or $1,000, I always have an idea that fits the song. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and yeah, just shoot a video. I mean, if a bad video is better than no video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's something I had to remind myself of, because I was with Champ. I wanted it to be so good, and I kept postponing things, and I was like, no, I'm not ready, and I don't want to book the studio because we're not ready. The dancers are not ready, you know, stuff like that. And so at some point I just be like, you know what, we're going to shoot on this day, and whatever we get is what we get, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it came out good. Champ came out pretty good. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's cool. It looks clean. It looks super pro, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like you're stepping your game up like on every video. I feel like they're getting like more and more. It's like it's awesome to see it. It's like it's cool. So I agree with you. I feel like you know, people can shoot music videos on their iPhone. It's more about like it's like what you said, coming up with the right, you know, trying to match the right feeling. And I was wondering, like, so how do you come up with your music video? You know, is there any process you go through, or is it just kind of an emotional thing where you kind of try to fit whatever the mood is of the song, or what kind of inspires?
Oh, so what kind of inspires the videos?
Yeah, so I was like, what where do you get your ideas from, kind of thing? For the videos.
You know, honestly, I guess all of my ideas come from other videos. Something I've seen before. I feel like you have to, you know, stuff just doesn't come out of thin air. I feel like I might see, it might be a conglomerate of like all the videos I've seen or something, or like, cause sometimes I'll watch one of my videos and I'm like, dang, I've seen that before. I wonder where I got that from. And then I'm like, oh, that's where I got that from. So it's kind of like it's not consciously like, oh yeah, I'm going to steal that, but I'll see something and I'll like it. And I'm like, you know what, that would be a cool shot to get in this video. And I'll kind of just like kind of steal from a lot of different people. If I don't have an idea, sometimes an idea will just come to me, and I just be able to shoot it. Like the video for Night, that was just something in my head that I had already. But like something with Champ. No. I'm sorry. Bad Company. Bad Company was we had to reference a lot of videos because I just couldn't think of anything. You know what I mean? I couldn't think of anything for Bad Company. So I was like, let me just watch a lot of different videos and just pick out different shots that I like. And I kind of just like morphed it into my own style and morphed it into Bad Company. So that it depends on the video, but yeah, I definitely take, and I'm inspired by different things because it's art, you know, that's what it's for. So
they say great artists steal. I don't know where that quote came from, but like, great artists steal. Yeah, that's cool.
And that's the thing. Like if you steal from a lot of people, you know, it looks like, you know, that nobody knows. Like if you steal from a bunch, but if you just steal from one person, of course it's gonna look like, you know, you're biting or whatever. But yeah, I try to be, like you said, I try to be open-minded and just like, I just watch a lot of different videos. And even if I don't like, I might not even listen to rock music or something, or I listen to rock music, but I may not listen to a lot of country music, but I'll watch a video. If somebody releases a video, I'll watch it just to get, you know, inspired. You never know what you could be inspired by.
Yeah. This guy named Dope Zero asks, when you're out of ideas and you're backed in a corner, what do you do? I think you answered that. So it sounds like what you would do is kind of go and kind of look at your inspirations and try to find inspiration in other music videos. Yeah.
Even if they're not my inspirations, it could just be, I'm trying to think of an artist I don't really particularly listen to. Let's say like Taylor Swift. Like even if it's like a Taylor Swift video and I watch it and I'm like, oh, that's a dope shot, I might use that in my hip hop video. You know what I'm saying? So if you're out of ideas, just try to get inspired. You know, inspiration can come from anywhere. So just try to get inspired.
So my brother did a music video with A$AP Rocky, and and one of the things that A$AP Rocky was doing, he saw one of my brother's like more rock videos, and he liked one. So it's like these pro rapper, you know, these like famous rappers are doing the same thing. they're taking inspiration from like, you know, like the rock, like all the different types of music. They're not just looking at rap music videos. They're trying to just
Right.
take creative, you know, influences from everywhere.
Right.
So
Right.
it sounds like what you're doing too. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
One thing my brother does, like when he comes up with music video ideas, he just like he'll listen to the song over and over again. Usually it's someone else's song. I think it might be a little different when it's your song because it's like you have more attachment to it, right? So I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
having that objectivity and distance can be difficult. But what my brother does is he'll just like lay down on the couch. He usually smokes a lot of weed, but like he'll close his eyes and he'll just kind of see what kind of visuals come to him, and he'll just play the song over and over again, just kind of see what kind of visuals come to him. So that's kind of what
Yeah.
he does. But yeah, that's really cool. So I got a couple more questions for you, like what,
Okay.
because you're basically like a solo artist. You work with some people sometimes, right? Do you think you're gonna be working with do more collabs, or you kind of want to stick to more of your solo stuff right now?
I want to do collabs, but I want to do more collabs. But it's just a lot of I've done some collaborations in the past, and it's just been a lot of I don't know, like it's just easier when it's just you on the song, and there's less yeah, I mean, because I've collabed with people and it's like, hey, when can you come to the video shoot? Oh, I can't
Right.
make, it's just a lot of coordinating.
Yeah.
And it's not that, not to knock anybody else, but only you can be, I'm in control of myself, right? So it's hard to, if somebody is not on the same, like let's say like I really believe in a song and somebody did a feature for me and they don't really believe in the song as much as I do, it becomes like a conflict because here I am trying to shoot the video, do performances, and you're doing your other stuff. So
Right.
yeah, I definitely want to do more collaborations. Actually, my next single I think will be a collab. Yeah, my next single will be a collab. Um, but yeah, it's good to collab though because that's definitely a form of marketing. You're reaching other fan bases. So that's something that I got to something I'm trying to work on is do more collaborations because I haven't done a lot. So yeah, I'm a control freak. I like to be in control of like every little thing. So, but I do need to do more collaborations. It's a
You
smart
know
thing to do.
that makes a lot of sense, and I think you know it's like different points in your career, different points in your creative process. Like it might make more sense maybe than other times. But it's like when you're trying to just get something out, like what you said, like either just to express yourself or you have a deadline.
Right.
Sometimes working with other
Exactly.
people can kind of conflict with that. But it's like, yeah. So I hear that. That makes a lot of sense. J Young X 300. He's asking. I think he might have come on late, but he asked, can you record using an iPhone? I think he's talking about making music videos. Yes, you can record using an iPhone. You could totally make music videos. I've made music videos with iPhone. And if you're talking about recording music, you could totally record music with your iPhone too. Steve Lacy does it. Aaron got
Yeah.
started recording on his iPhone, which is really awesome. Um, so what would you say is like maybe the biggest challenge as being a solo artist? What would you say is the biggest challenge for you like right now?
The biggest challenge for me right now is trying to do everything and put on so many hats.
Mm,
Um, it's one thing to write your own music and to record, but like I have to find my own shows. I have to um, if I do a music video, I got to scout the locations. I got to hire actors. Yeah, I literally do everything. I manage my website. And I mean, it's part of being an artist, but sometimes it can be a lot because you're just like, dang, like I haven't even worked on a song in weeks because I've been doing this music video. I've been, just really busy doing a lot of other things besides music. And yeah, like one time I spent a whole week just like for Champ, like the choreography, we had to spend 2 weeks doing that, rehearsing that. And yeah, it can be a lot sometimes, but at the same time, it's fun. It's really fun to see like it's really fun to challenge yourself and see like the limits of your creativity, you know, because I didn't know that I could. I guess I'm kind of like the director on these videos. So if you would have asked me, you know, 2 years ago, could you direct a music video? I'd probably be like, no. But now since I've done a couple videos, I'm like, yeah, I probably could direct a video for somebody else just because I've done it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I do my own mixing and mastering. So it's at some point I want to what do they say, delegate it to somebody else. But like you said, it's right now I'm still trying to find a team, and also budget plays a role into that, because you know you got to pay people for their time. People are not just going to do stuff for free.
Right.
But yeah, until that point happens, I'm gonna be putting on all these different hats and just switching from rapper to director to social media manager to booking agent, you know, engineer. So yeah, you have to put on all these different hats.
That's cool.
Unless you have money, and then yeah.
Right. That's real. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, and you've been doing a great job at that. Even, you know, like yeah, it is hard work. You have to do a lot of different jobs, like you said, like using different parts of your brain, combining all these different things. Like that can be definitely challenging. That's a great answer. J Young X 300 says he wants to figure out how, like, all right, when you're doing your music videos, how do you get your lips to sync up with the song? Are you rapping the lyrics out loud, or are you just kind of miming the lyrics, or are you actually rapping out loud to the song to get your you know, your mouth to sync up with the lyrics?
So what we'll do is we'll have like a portable speaker, a Bluetooth speaker or something. We'll bring that to the location where we're filming, and I'm actually rapping the lyrics, because when the person who's editing it, they have to be able to hear you. They have to be able to hear your lyrics clearly. So if they can hear the lyrics on the video file, you know, like how you're recording it, it's easier for them to sync it up. And also, when I first started doing music videos, one director told me he does a lot of different. He shoots a lot of high clientele people in Atlanta, but he was telling me, you want to almost like not yell the lyrics, but you really want to be louder than you think, because on camera you don't want it to look like you're mumbling. So he was always telling me, like, you know, if, like, let's say he had the camera 20 feet that way, he said I should still be able to hear you. You know, so he was very big. He was like, yeah, you want to make sure you're really mouthing the lyrics and enunciating, because it'll look like you're mumbling on camera.
Wow, that's a pro tip right there. I hope you guys listen to that tip. That's a very pro insider pro tip in the studio. No, that's a really great tip. So he said, I always actually wondered about this. I've made a good amount of music videos, but my brother's just kind of like, you know, kind of go, you know, with whatever you feel. And also sometimes it'll be embarrassing if we're out in public and I'm like mouthing the words like really loud, like screaming in front of a crowd of people.
Yeah. But yeah, it can feel, you'll feel a little silly, but it comes out great in the end product, because you're really enunciating, and it's confidence, you know, confidence, delivery, attitude, that makes up a lot of the video. So yeah, you don't want to leave that up to chance.
Right.
But it also depends on the song too, though. It also depends on the song, because if you have a more sensual song, a more laid back, you know, you can probably get away with less of that. But if you're doing like a, you know, your trap song, your hip hop, you know, you really want to make sure you're enunciating those words.
And so it's always better to rap it out loud and really make sure, you know, you're opening your mouth. So that's
it's almost like you're performing for the director. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're almost like performing, like it's a live performance, and you're performing for the director. That's how I look at it.
Right. So his question was, do I lip sync? And basically, so it's basically not lip syncing. What you're doing is you're actually performing the song. You're actually rapping it out loud, so that the editor can match the audios together and sync up the lips to the music. So that's what he's doing. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, thanks for that tip. That's a great tip. So yeah, I want to open it up to, real quick. Do you have any tips for any new rappers? Any tips for anybody who's just starting out now, like, you know, as far as recording or music videos, anything that, you know, comes to mind as far as helping someone who's just kind of starting out rapping?
Yeah. One, I would say have fun.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not having fun, why are you doing it? Two, my music got a, you know what? I have been doing music for like a year and a half, and then something clicked for me. So, okay, so it's music, right? So music is very, like, you don't need words for music, right? Like if I whistle something to you, I could whistle Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, or I could hum something and it's still music, right? So one thing, like, I was a straight A student growing up, so I'm very intellectual. I'm very intellectual, and my music was okay, but it was still, you could tell it was very intellectual. You know what I'm saying? Like it was too much emphasis on the words and not so much the musicality. So if you are even though you're a rapper, you still need to work on your musicality. And by musicality, I mean, like, you know, learning how to sing, learning how to dance, learning how to have rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And that's when my music got a lot better, because I would separate the process. So if I'm working on a song, right, I would work on the musicality of the song, and then I would work on the lyrics of the song. I would not do both at the same time. Sometimes I do both at the same time, but it's a separate thing. So a lot of people, when they're first starting out, they just focus on lyrics, and their flow is off, their delivery is off. The song is not, you know, because the first thing people hear is they hear the beat and they hear your flow and your melodies. That's the first thing. If you have bad melodies, I don't care what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something that I had to really work on, was like not approaching it from an intellectual standpoint, like, oh, I'm gonna write these really clever bars and just, you know, they're just gonna be wowed by these bars. You have some songs like that, but for the most part, if your song doesn't sound good, like with gibberish, it's probably not gonna sound good with lyrics. So I think that was like a big like, wow, like, oh, okay, so I have to, you know, I have to approach this, I have to work on my musicality basically, and then let the lyrics fit into that. So
that's it. Wait, did you say that was something you kind of just figured out through experience, or did someone help?
It was through experience. It was through experience, and also just like reading stuff online. I'm trying to think, who did I read it in an article once.
Like, because I like that.
Dang.
So you said, if it doesn't sound good as gibberish, it's not going to sound good with lyrics. I feel like that's really deep, and that's really real. And this guy Mike Karen, he's kind of like the gateway for rappers, singers, pop singers. He's kind of like the gateway guy in the music industry, where he connects songwriters and producers together, and people kind of go through him, and he kind of helps people just like blow up and stuff. And when he was interviewed, one of the things he said was like, he's like, yeah, melody and flow are like melody's number one, then it's like the flow, it's an interesting flow, right, and then lyrics are the third thing, because he's like what you said. He said if it doesn't have a good melody, if it doesn't have like if it's not nice to listen to, then nobody's gonna care about the lyrics, like what you said, and it's like, and yeah, that's why we talk a lot about flow in the group and the course too. It's just like yeah, and I'm gonna try to come out with a new free training soon about like exactly what you talked about like where I kind of help people just kind of get comfortable doing kind of mumble or like kind of like nonsense flow and practice scatting over a beat, because I feel like that's such a great way to start getting into the musicality, like of what you said, into the flow. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I can't remember. I lost it.
Oh, sorry, bro. I cut you off, man. Sorry, man.
Oh, no. You're good. You're good. I was gonna add on to what you were saying. Dang. Hopefully, it comes back to me.
You're dropping a lot of gems, man. I hope people come back and listen to this interview, because I feel like you're giving some amazing tips and great ways to look at music and music marketing.
Oh, okay. Now I remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, because what you said about the musicality, like rapping is when we rap on a track, it's just like another instrument on the track, right? So you have to treat your rapping like an instrument, you know? like even like like if you want to be a better rapper, learn how to play the drums or learn how to play an instrument, learn how to dance. Yeah, it's a lot of things you can do to improve your rapping besides just like writing all day. You know what I mean? Writing is definitely important. You definitely have to write, but yeah, like a lot of people have good. Because here's the thing: if we just wanted to hear lyrics, we would just read a book or we would just read a poem. So with music, you have to have some musicality about it. So so yeah, so now when I approach a track, um, like what's one of my songs? Okay, so automatic. I was like, okay, we autumn, so that was just like freestyle, that was just like, yeah, I just was freestyling in the car and I was like, oh, I kind of like this. This kind of fits. But so, yeah, so that's how I approach when I approach my songs from the musicality standpoint first, they come out a lot better than when I start off with lyrics, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, that's just basically what I wanted to add and what was so helpful for me.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really, really cool. Dope Zero says his major problem with his music is his lyrics. He says he has a lot in his mind, but he's not good with his words, but he has good flow.
He has a good flow.
He has a good flow, but
Okay,
he's struggling with the lyrics.
if your problem is lyrics, you read more books, study, listen to more music, but like go and read the lyrics on Genius. Listen to a lot of you can listen to a lot of lyrical rappers, like listen to your J. Cole's, your Nas, your Eminems. Listen to more lyrical rappers because if you having problem with lyrics, ask like if you listen to a lot of and here's another thing: if you listen to whatever you listen to is gonna come out. Whatever you take in is gonna come out. So if you listen to a lot of trap music, all of your flows are going to be like very trap based, very whoever you're listening to. So I try to make a habit of listening to a lot of different artists and pulling from a lot of different, you know what I mean? But sometimes I catch myself listening to the same stuff just because you like what you like. So I have to tell myself, okay, I can't listen to this artist the whole week because I don't want to. You don't want to sound like one person. So I make a habit of like listening outside of my comfort zone, just to get just to work on my musicality and just listen and get different melodies, different rhythms, because all of that stems from what you've heard over your lifetime. But yeah, if he's having trouble with lyrics, read more, write more, read some poem. Yeah, just read a lot more. Read lyrics of songs, read poems, read books, and yeah. But if you have that flow down, just keep writing. It'll come. The lyrics will come.
Yeah, that's a great point. Another thing is another thing that I like to do is like, or just a simple thing you could do is in the present moment, think about something that has been bothering you recently, and just start writing about. Don't worry about if it's going to be the dopest song in the world. Just something where there's a lot of emotion for you, so that you can get out of your head. Because I think a lot of people be like, oh, they're so worried about the lyrics being perfect that it takes them out. It takes them out of the actual expression of whatever they need to say. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're having a lot on your mind, maybe focus on something that's kind of been bothering you lately, whether it's like a teacher or a boss or somebody, and just write like a whole diss song about them, or if you have something, or if you have something from your past that still bothers you, like, because one thing that's weird is if you have one little thing that's bothering you right now, and you start writing about it, it might turn into this whole bigger thing that's been like your subconscious has been holding on to, and all this other stuff might come up. So just allowing yourself to experiment with focusing on something that's bothering you, something that has like some kind of energy, some kind of charge there. There might be a lot of deep stuff under the surface that comes up when you write about that. Might give you some material. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to lately? So what are you working on? What's your next projects?
So I just released my new single, Ground Zero.
Yeah.
And I have a single coming out at the beginning of April called No Receipts, and that's a collaboration with one of my artists. So I also, in addition to mixing and doing all that stuff, I've taken on two artists. and they've been working with me. I've been helping them out.
What, you started a
And
record label or something? Well,
I guess you could, yeah, I guess you could call it a record label. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. But yeah,
wow.
one of my female artists, she she's really dope. She's really dope. She's one of my friends I've known for a long time, and she's always wanted to rap. And she's seen me. She was like, "Yeah, I need some help." So I started with her, and then I've also gotten like other people have asked me to help them write and stuff like that. And then that's led to, hey, do you want to like, can I sign under you or something, like, because I like working with you. I like your ideas on music. So I have two artists, and yeah, I'm doing a collaboration with one of my female artists, and it's a really dope song. It's almost like it's a club song. Yeah. So it's really cool. It's really cool.
Dude, that's
It's really cool.
tight.
Something different for me.
That's so cool, man. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, seems like you're building a really positive team around you, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
collaborate. It's like, I feel like that's what it's all about. It's like it helps out so much it helps things move a lot faster too, and just flow more. And it seems like you found some people that
Right.
with things kind of flow with, right? It seems like from hearing
Right.
what seems like things are kind of flowing. You guys have similar. You guys are inspiring each other, and that's
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
man.
A lot of my songs have been like when I'm in the studio with somebody. I don't know. It just changes the vibe. When you're in the studio by yourself, it's a different vibe. But when you're with somebody, um, you know what I'm saying? It's like y'all feeding off the energy of each other.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot. Like sometimes I'll have writer's block, and then just the act of getting somebody in the studio with me will help. It'll make it fun again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that'll get rid of that, and then I'll be able to. The ideas will just come. That's happened to me so many times. Like I'll be like, dang, I have writer's block, and then my friend will come over and we'll listen to some beats, and then I'll have like 10 songs. We'll do like 10 hooks or whatever, and I'm like, oh wait, maybe I don't have writer's block. Maybe I was
Yeah.
just overthinking it the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. I've been that, like, for a long time. I've always been writing by myself, and I felt like things always took so long when I was writing by myself. But then,
Yeah.
but now I started working with some friends, and it's like they make the beat on the spot. As soon as I get there, they start working on a beat, just like based on
Oh.
whatever feelings going on, whatever we're talking about. They just start making a beat,
Yeah.
and then it's like it's the same. It's the same way every time. They're making a beat, and by the time they finish making a beat, I have to have something done. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't
Oh.
want them waiting on. So I'm like, well, as soon as they start making the beat, I'm writing lyrics. I'm
Yeah.
like freestyling like voice notes in my phone. And so it's like, it's really helped me kind of speed up my songwriting process. And I don't think I would have had that if I didn't have the pressure of, wanting to, not, having awesome people to work with, but also not wanting to let them down and having them like
Right.
wait for me to like, finish something.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
that's
Yo,
been
you
really
finished
cool.
with that verse? Be
Yeah,
ready.
we've been having the same beat on loop for the last 3 hours. Where are you at?
Right.
So
But
yeah,
honestly, I feel like the best stuff comes quick.
yeah,
I feel like the best stuff comes quick. I've never had a song. I don't know. I don't know about you, but like for me, I can finish like okay. Now sometimes I'll leave something untouched and I'll come back to it and finish it, but I never work on a song for like weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll work on a song, I either finish it or it's not finished, and then I'll come back to it and finish. It's never like I'm working on one song for a whole month, because that's just kind of I don't know. I feel like that's kind of unnecessary. I don't think a song requires. I don't know. That's just how I think about it. I don't work on a song for weeks at a time. I may
yeah,
work on it, then leave it alone for 2 weeks, then I'll listen to it again, and I'm like, okay, this needs to be changed. You know what I'm saying? It's like a quick. It's not like I've been working on this song for two. That's just kind of. I don't know. I just feel like that's not necessary.
I think that definitely feels the best because I feel like when you go with your initial kind of response, it's kind of the most pure. It's like what you said earlier.
Right.
What you said earlier about how you listen to beats and you're letting the beat kind of tell you what to say. It sounds like that's what you were saying. Is that kind of?
Right.
And so
Yeah.
it's like
Mm-hmm.
that's something that really happens in the moment. And sometimes if you wait, you might be feeling differently towards the beat. just like how you feel differently towards people. You know,
Right, right,
I don't know.
right.
So I think it's the most pure. But man, dude, my first song, I think, because I was so scared, because it was one of those things where I started a song, I thought it was really good. It was
Hmm.
my song Exercise. I was like, first line I thought was so dope. I was like, damn, how do I maintain this level of quality throughout the whole song? And it took me 2 years to finish it. It took me 2 years,
Oh,
but that was my first song. But then once I finished the song, things started going faster. Maybe it took me a few months to finish songs, and it
yeah,
slowly started getting better. But like, yeah, I definitely overthought it and like performed it in front of the mirror a million times, trying to find the right flow and the lyrics. And
yeah,
I just remember just
yeah,
trying everything, trying to figure out how to finish that song. But
yeah,
but yeah, now yeah, it definitely feels a lot. Yeah, it feels awesome to be able to just like let something out like in the same day or
yeah,
like within a couple weeks. That's cool. But yeah, man,
yeah.
dude, what else you up to today? Just chilling out?
Yeah, I'm actually about to go to an acting class. I got a little
Oh, cool.
improv class I'm going to.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so. I bet that
So,
helps you with your performance stuff too. I bet that helps out a lot, like improv.
yeah, yeah, it helps me not overthink things, you know, because
Yeah,
yeah, with improv you don't want to overthink anything. So like when it comes to music, I try to keep the same philosophy. Like, yeah, don't take yourself so seriously, you know, just go with the flow. So
dude,
that's
that's so
that's
cool.
my approach to things.
That's so cool. All right, well, I don't want to keep you too long, man. Thank you so much for
Okay.
coming on here, and
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
yeah, and yeah, definitely. So I'll have links to Aaron's latest music video, and also have links to his Instagram below. So his latest video is called Champ, and he's gonna be yeah, follow him on Instagram because he's always releasing music. He has releasing some new music. He said that song Receipt in April, right?
Yeah,
Is that
first
the
week of April. Yeah,
first week of April
yeah.
releasing a song? I'm excited to hear that. It sounds cool with the collaboration. That sounds really cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, thanks for being on. And do you have a minute to stay on just a second after I end it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. All right. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know if you have any questions and if there's anyone you want me to interview next. All right. Bye.
All right, later, guys.